The coming together of educators from across the country to protest against government for a number of unresolved issues involving the well-being of teachers, by and large, speaks to the antipathy that exists between the Belize National Teachers Union and the Ministry of Education. Deputy Prime Minister Patrick Faber has been at the helm of that government department since 2008. He's seen his share of demonstrations over the past 10 years.
Restore this kind of disgruntlement on the part of unions is a common thing. I am positive that if you check the region right now, there are similar activities going on between the Teachers Union and the Ministry of Education in many of our countries, or several of our countries. So it is not abnormal where we have this kind of inability to come to a common ground. It is not unhealthy either, but the issue is primarily that it takes away, especially a day like today, from our children's instruction.
Setting aside the idea of standing up for a just cause, when teachers absent themselves from their classrooms, it comes as a hindrance to their students. In visiting several primary and high schools in Belize City earlier today, it was evident that attendance was wishy-washy. Nonetheless, the blame is placed squarely on the minister.
For the sake of those who say, maybe Faber, you are the lightning rod, then, you know, I say to those people, I have not been in any negotiations for the allowances, you know. I have not sat in one meeting with the union, not one. The only involvement I have is, in fact, when you, the media people, come to me and ask me. It is my senior management team that engage those people on a regular basis.
But while Faber was in the old capital, he was abreast of what was taking place in Belmopan. The demonstration, he says, was unwarranted.
I believe it's an unnecessary demonstration because the discussions have not gotten to the point where there is an impasse. Certainly, all Belizeans would have heard me say repeatedly that, in fact, even as we speak, there is an opportunity afforded to the BNTU and our managements to be able to share their concerns as it relates to the hardship allowances. So there is no breakdown in communication, and in fact this matter, if we would have agreed to sit at the table a long time ago to talk about them, could be resolved. This and other issues.
Among those concerns is Proposal 22.
It's for those grant-aided secondary schools where those teachers and support staff get 70% of their salaries as opposed to 100% as the government schools are getting, so that when you retire, your gratuity and your pension, the amount that you get, government would only pay 70%, and then the management should pay the 30%, and that is not happening. So teachers from those schools, most of the times, they leave without the 30%.
The proposal, for instance, of the 30% benefits of pension and gratuity for the denominational schools, the union is perfectly correct when they say that that matter is something that they still are in discussion with us on, but we've already agreed to the way forward. We've said to them that the government cannot make those payments, and that in fact, where the churches or the communities are responsible, the government is going to assist them in being able to secure that payment for their teachers.
According to Faber, government has made it clear that it cannot cover the remaining percentage of gratuity and pension.
The matter of Proposal 22, as I've repeated, in my opinion, the bulk of it is concluded, and where it is not concluded, the way forward has been agreed upon, and that is why I think there is a misunderstanding on their part, and maybe the communication between us has not been the best, and so things have not come out the way it ought to.
And that is the perceived disrespect that the union says continues to happen under Faber's leadership of the ministry. He takes an entirely different view.
I don't know where that comes from. I speak passionately about my position. I can assure people that my position is merely to set things straight and to try to, as best as I can, make the education system better.
Reporting for News 5, I am Isani Cayetano.